Well, we have the list of games coming to Game Pass for the first part of February, but there seems to be one missing, at least in this announcement. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And first we'll just go through the list of announced games here. We're going to start with today we have a Newchard. I know I'm butchering that, but this is on cloud, console, and PC. And this is an action RPG with an overhead perspective. The only version that has a Metacritic score is the Switch version with a 70 with only 5 reviews. And most of the reviews say that it wasn't innovative, but it wasn't bad. It took about 12 hours to complete. And then next on February 7th, we have Train SimWorld 4 for cloud, console, and PC. And this is obviously a simulation game. And there weren't enough reviews for a Metacritic score, but there were 3 total reviews with a 70, 80, and a 90. And then the next day on February 8th, we have Madden NFL 24 for console and PC via EA Play, so you have to be a subscriber to the Game Pass Ultimate tier to get this. And this is one of the most recognized football franchises, and the Xbox version has an 82 on Metacritic, so not one of the best outings in this series, but you can go ahead and check it out. And then on February 13th, we have Resident Evil 3 for cloud, console, and PC, and this is that 2020 survival horror game, and the Xbox version has an 84 Metacritic, so this one should be a pretty good one to check out. And then coming in on Valentine's Day, we have 2 games. We have A Little to the Left for cloud, console, and PC, and this is a puzzle game. And the PC version had the most reviews on Metacritic with a 75. And then the other game we have here on Valentine's Day is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night for cloud, console, and PC. Now this is returning to Game Pass, and this is a side-scrolling Metroidvania game that has an 84 on Metacritic for the Xbox version. And I highly recommend this if you're into that type of genre. I played through it completely on the Switch after it had a decent patch. And then on the next day, on the 15th, we have Plate Up for cloud, console, and PC, and this is called a roguelite cooking simulation. And there's not enough reviews on Metacritic for a score, but the 2 reviews that it did have was a 70 and an 85, so it might be a good one if you're into that type of game. And then finally on February 20th we have Return to Grace for cloud, console, and PC, and this is a first-person narrative adventure that has a 79 on Metacritic for the PC version. And before we get to what game seems to be missing here, let's take a look at which games are leaving, and we just have 2 that are leaving out on the 15th. We have Galactic Civilizations 3 and Opus Echo of Starsong. So if you've played either one of these and can recommend them, let us know in the comments below. Well, now you're probably wondering which game is supposed to be on Game Pass that's not here. Well, it's not so much about which game should have been there, it's what game was listed in the title. So now let's take a look at the title of this article over at news.xbox.com. Coming to Xbox Game Pass, Madden NFL 24, Tales of Arise, Plate Up, and more. So obviously we went through all the announcements here and Tales of Arise was nowhere listed. And I wouldn't make a big deal out of this if they just put this up and within like 15-20 minutes took it down and fixed it. And oh, maybe we weren't supposed to announce that yet. However, at the time I'm recording this, it's still up. So I think it's been a little over 5 hours and they've not corrected the title to this article yet, nor have they added Tales of Arise to the list of games coming. So I'm wondering if Tales of Arise is supposed to be coming out in the second half of February and maybe just whoever wrote this article messed up. But with or without Tales of Arise, you've got some pretty decent titles here to look at. I know Resident Evil 3 has a pretty good rating. I've not had a chance to play it yet. I just had a hard time getting into Resident Evil games after the original one on the PlayStation. I just couldn't stand the controls, but I know that they've moved on from that now. And I highly recommend Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I really enjoyed that game. Of course, I really enjoy Metroidvania type games. So I'm almost tempted to play back through this on the Xbox with a little better graphics than what the Switch version had, but I do have quite a backlog of other games, so I don't know if I'll get to it anytime soon. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are there any of these games here that are coming to Game Pass that you think we should try out? Drop your comments below and let me know your thoughts. And if you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. It really does help the channel out quite a bit. I want to thank you for watching and be good.